Good vibes, perhaps, a terminology that could be descriptively or perceptively distinguished in a vast, yet, limited amount of manners of way, which is within accordance as to how our individual's perspective state of thought consciousness has descriptively or perceptively distinguished a vast, yet, limited amount of knowledge or information. However, it's also due to this limitation of knowledge or information upon our individual's perspective state of thought consciousness that could either inspire or influence a state of confusion upon that which needs or is desired to be descriptively or perceptively distinguished within this physical state of existence, thus, either inspiring or influencing a state of misdescriptive or misperceptive distinguishing upon our individual's thought consciousness, and with this only inspiring or influencing that of our individual's emotional consciousness. Of course, it's easily to equally realize and recognize that when this misdescriptive or misperceptive state of distinguishing from thought consciousness comes into occurrence that, generally, it's the sensation of sadness that's explored within our experience of the emotional consciousness. So, what of the terminology of good vibes? Well, if it were to acknowledge that all existing life has originated from a divine source of emotional consciousness, whether it being plant, insect, bird, animal, or individual, and if this divine state has also been descriptively or perceptively explained to be our infinite state of love, peace, happiness, or even that of truth. Of course, all these sensations of the emotional consciousness have also been descriptively or perceptively distinguished to be the theological idea of good within the physical state. Yet, again, if it were to reflect upon the numerous ways or manners the theological idea of good has been descriptively or perceptively explained from a vast, yet, limited amount of knowledge or information, again, it would be to equally realize and recognize that the theological idea of good is within our infinite state, despite the numerous of ways of manner thought consciousness has descriptively or perceptively distinguished it, and that just as the sensations of love, peace, happiness, or even truth are to be left unexplainable from any perspective state of thought consciousness, the unexplainable experience of the sensation of good is only to be explored with the emotional consciousness as well. Then, if it were to reflect upon the universal law of attraction, but again, acknowledging that everything within existence has not only originated from a divine source of emotional consciousness but also that of a divine source of vibrational energy, and with this acknowledgement also equally realizing and recognizing that anything that may have been descriptively or perceptively distinguished through the limitations of thought consciousness is within a false state of description or perception. Again, if it were to equally understand that everything within existing life has originated from a source of infinite love, peace, happiness, and truth. Thus, each plant, insect, bird, animal, or individual is a source of this infinite state within this physical state of existing life. But, if it were to also equally understand that everything within existence has originated from both positive and negative vibrational energy, whereby this is also reflective upon the descriptive or perceptive explanation that indicates thought consciousness being that of the negative, and the emotional consciousness being that of the positive, that to truly attract this infinite state of vibrational energy of love, peace, happiness, truth, all of which thought consciousness limited perspective state could distinguish as the theological infinite idea of good, within this physical state, it's not only to be discovered within ourselves, within our own infinite source of origination within the emotional consciousness, but it's also to be discovered within others' emotional consciousness when the infinite state of love, peace, happiness, a truth, is being explored as our emotional open experience within this physical state of existing life. 420, more commonly descriptively or perceptively known within relation to what has been deemed to be the most beneficial plant upon this earth by, perhaps, millions to billions of individuals across the world. However, there is more meaning within these numerical numbers as what many others could possibly descriptively or perceptively explain. As a mere example, with it were to add the number of 4 with 2 with 0, the mathematical equation reveals the answer of 6, whereby, the number of 6 has been spiritually descriptively or perceptively explained to be the unification of universal collective emotional consciousness. So, welcome to a new version of creative exploration, and there is hope that this will be an enlightening experience.